Well, hello, hello, hello. It's Sherry again. So, obviously, I'm outside and I am doing some lives today, which is great because you haven't seen me in a while. But thank you for joining me for my Q2 Business Journey Journal. And we're going to do a recap of Q2, which was for, let's see, April, May, and June. I know we're at the end of July, Sherry, so you're a little late. And late for a very important date. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am. Sam, I am. So I did put together my recap a couple of weeks ago. I was actually trying to get the recap done at the end of June, but then I wouldn't have all the numbers. And I was actually going on vacation to a summit out in California. So I decided that I would do the recap in Q3 so that you'd have more formal numbers. And then obviously, summer kicked in, right? I guess the beauty of being your own boss is you're on your time. Would you like me to say that again? Anyways, so here we go. Yes. I do know that can affect my numbers and my bottom line and my overall ROI. I get that. I get that. But I am realistic and I am in the real world and I'm doing what I need to do when I need to do it, okay? So, I'm not going to be upset with myself for not getting it out when I wanted to get it out because I understand the circumstances as to why I didn't get it out. Whatever. It is what it is. All right. Anyways. All right. Q2, let's do a recap. So, anyone who is following me, this is Sherry, and I am an entrepreneur, and I have Envision Dream LLC. I have, which is the e-commerce. And then I have the Sherry's Dreamcatcher YouTube channel, website, blogging website, as well as Facebook and Instagram. Then I have Complicated Beauty, which is a website. It's kind of like complicated. So it's basically we see the beauty through the chaos, and everything about Sherry kind of all falls into uh, Complicated Beauty with Sherry website, so you can get a little bit of Sherry's Dreamcatcher, Dating Sherry, Envision Dream, Complicated Beauty. It's all kind of wrapped into one on that website. But anyways, we're gonna just do a recap. All right, so for Dear Dreamcatcher YouTube channel, okay, I only did 4 live videos and 5 shorts for a total of 20 videos in Q2. I had a total of 50,432 views in Q2, which is an increase from 46,254 views in Q1. I also increased subscribers by 4 in Q2, so now I have a total of 108 subscribers, which is good. Our goal is to get to at least 1,000, but if I can't get to 1,000, 500, small increments. Either way, a win is a win, right? 13 full moons. We completed 4 letters in Q2 for a total of 7 full moon letters for the year. We're talking about Dear Dreamcatcher letter series. So if you don't know, I am doing the Dear Dreamcatcher full moon series on Sherry's Dreamcatcher. So every month, every full moon we have, I'm going to write a letter to my dream catcher, and then I'm going to read it to my dream catcher on YouTube. Okay? Then from there, I'm going to create a blog and I'm going to link products or affiliate links. Okay? So that's how we're doing it there, right? So we're linking blogs and products. Happy to report that that is being done, and I have learned how to include links on YouTube as well, which is great. Okay, so next is Sherry's Dreamcatcher blogging website, Mapping the Light. We did 13 blogs in Q2 and 17 blogs in Q1 for a total of 30 blogs for the year so far. We are linking Amazon products as I've now become an Amazon affiliate, which is great. And I'm an influencer. July, I'm just lagging a little behind, but that's okay. I'm also looking to add more Pinterest. So, what I've been doing is taking my blogs and I'm pinning them to Pinterest. I'm also taking my YouTube videos and I'm pinning them to Pinterest. Okay, so I'm working on that as well. I think what I need to do eventually is revamp the boards that I offer on Pinterest, but for now that's where we're at, okay? As far as Facebook for Sherry's Dreamcatcher, we have 756 followers in Q2, which is an increase of 55 followers from Q1, where we started at 701. And that's the end of Q1 that we started at 701. Instagram for Sherry's Dreamcatcher in Q2, we had 344. That's down by 3 from Q1, where we had 347. Monetization, as of right now, Sherry's Dreamcatcher is eligible for stars, which means that I can earn money if I'm like asking people and saying, "Give me stars, give me stars, give me stars. Oh, please, please, please give me stars. I need 10 cents, I need 5 cents, I need 50 cents. Please, please, please. If I'm going to continue doing this, I need you to send me stars." That's what stars is. I think it's a little too much, but whatever. I'm following the program here. Okay. Anyways, that's how I feel about it. I've had no, I really need stars. Please. They only cost a penny. A star is worth a penny. That's what they tell you. Just give me a penny. Increase my star value. You can't put a value to this knowledge. So, whatever. Anyways, I have had 24,300 views for quarter two on my Instagram and Facebook for Sherry's Dreamcatcher. And that is an increase from Q1 of 6,866 views. I am working towards 1,000 followers on my Facebook. So that is one of my goals. We'll see how close we get to these numbers by the end of the year. But we cannot grow if we do not post or do not do the work. So we have to continue to do the work. Okay? I don't want to hear it about I'm late. At least I'm doing the work. Okay? Anyways, next we're going to move on to Sip and Think. Sip and Think is a series that I have where we sip and we think. We pick a topic, we talk about it, we dissect it. You're welcome to join me on those lives. You're welcome to give me your input, your thoughts, brainstorming ideas. Nothing comes about unless you're brainstorming and talking about it. You don't just sit there and say absolutely nothing to yourself or to anyone else to have an idea come up in your head. That's what it would be like if you did not communicate or come up with ideas. That's what you would look like. My eyes were closed, so I have no idea what I looked like. So, what you have to do is step outside the box and take a look in and reflect and say, that's me. I am not communicating. I am not talking about ideas. Hmm, is it me? Maybe that's a good sip and think. Who knows? Join me for one, and then maybe you can give me some of your input, and the dialect will keep on going. It can only grow and expand from there. So, with Sip and Think, it originally started here on Sherry's Dreamcatcher, and then we expanded to our own YouTube channel. We wanted to separate Sherry's Dreamcatcher from Sip and Think. Sherry's Dreamcatcher is the overall dream catcher, right? But Sip and Think is one of my feathers that hangs down from the dream catcher. It's just an expansion. Or if you look at it like Sherry's Dreamcatcher is the tree and Sip and Think is the branch. And from the branch we want leaves and flowers to grow, right? So we just think of it that way. Anyways, so Sip and Think has its own YouTube, and I only have 18 subscribers in Q2. That's an increase of 5 new subscribers from Q1, where we only had 13. So to me, thank you very much for following me and enjoying Sip and Think with Sherry, which, by the way, I only have a few more days to get July in, but that's here nor there. Okay, let's keep going. So recently, I've been doing some small blips on genealogy as well as medical in the Sip and Think world. Okay. Those are just some ideas and topics. If you have any other ideas or any other topics you would like me to talk about, maybe you could put that out there. I mean, what could we say so that I would know that this is a topic that you would be interested to learn more about? Maybe you could say topic. Use the term topic. Use the term topic. If I see it or I hear it, then maybe I will be able to figure out that that's the topic you would like to expand upon or discuss. Okay? All right. So in Sip and Think, we had 10,758 views in Q2. My goal, I did not write down what my views were in Q1. I'm sorry about that. But as of Q2, the end of June, you had 10,758 views. My goal for Sip and Think is to work towards 100 subscribers. So we did 3 live videos for Q2, which is 1 live per month, and 22 shorts for Q2. Q1, we also did 3 lives. So for the entire year, I've only done 6 live videos in Sip and Think and 41 shorts for the entire year. It's almost like I doubled it in Q2. So we'll see what we do in Q3. Dating Sherry. So Dating Sherry has Facebook, Instagram, and it also has its own YouTube channel. You can see a lot of Dating Sherry on Complicated with Beauty with Sherry's website. But I'm trying to really kind of like separate it. It's another branch, okay? It's another feather on the dream catcher. It's another branch and it's got its own leaves, so I got to water it. I got to give it some TLC. Sometimes I have a hard time multitasking when it comes to different plants, different nutrients, okay? So anyways, Dating Sherry. which really I'm trying to narrow that down into like food, travel, entertainment, celebrations. So I'm trying to map that out. My goal is to get to 500 followers for Facebook and Instagram. Right now, I have 129 followers as of Q2. That's up in Facebook. That's up five followers from Q1, which was 124. Instagram, I'm at 187 followers at the end of Q2, which is an increase of 25 followers from Q1 of 164. As far as YouTube subscribers for Dating Sherry, I'm at 40 subscribers at the end of Q2, which is an increase of 4 from Q1 of 36. So the goal for YouTube is 100 subscribers. Now, Facebook, I had 6,528 views in Q2. And then on YouTube, I had 45,746 views in Q2 on YouTube. Say that multiple times. Still working on product line for Dating Sherry. Whether it's Dating Sherry, Double Dating Sherry. Still working on the product line for that. Okay. All right. In regards to Dating Sherry on YouTube, I've only uploaded 5 videos and 11 shorts for Q2. So even, what is it? Inch by inch is a cinch, right? That's what we're doing. All right, complicated beauty. Okay, complicated beauty. There is no YouTube for complicated beauty because it's all wrapped up into one. It's all complicated, okay? Dating Sherry is complicated. Simp and Think is complicated. Dear Dreamcatcher is complicated. And Sherry is complicated, okay? It's just, it is what it is. So Complicated Beauty with Sherry is a website. I try to link all of my other YouTubes and websites to that website alone. On Facebook, I have not invited everyone that I'm attached to. I'm trying to do it very naturally. I know that I need to follow AI, but I'm experimenting here. So this is kind of like a science project, okay? So, anyways, on Facebook for Complicated Beauty, I have 19 followers at the end of Q2. That is an increase of 3 from Q1 where I had 16. Instagram, I have 166 at the end of Q2, which is an increase of 30 from Q1. Which was at 136. It says here my goal is 100 followers. Okay? Not bad, Sherry. Okay? Now, Complicated Beauty is also going to include photo shoots. A photo shoot could be me right here, right now. This is a photo. Click, click. Smile. You're on camera. Mwah. Oh, let me hold this. Hold on. Say cheese. This is my pepper plant. Anyways, there'll be photo shoots. You can do them with plants. You can do them with whatever you want. They're photo shoots. That's the beauty of a photo shoot. It's the beauty of Complicated Beauty. It's not straightforward. Beauty products. I do want to include beauty products, but I haven't gotten there yet. Hair products, jewelry, I have been trying to add products from the complicated beauty section of Envision Dream onto this website. I have had an order or 2 from there, which is great because it gives me a chance to see if it's working. I've added candles that I make onto that website, and I have added some smudging sacks onto that website as well. So, that's a different. All right, so in regards to complicated beauty website, I had 14 site visitors in the last 30 days, and this was at the end of June, which was good. So since June 1st to June 30th, I had 14 visits, which was great. In the last 12 months, I've had 842 visits. And then it says, hold on a second here. 881, 30 days. Now, 27,282 social views in the last year or 12 months. So that's pretty good for not promoting it. And that's just kind of behind the scenes. So I think that's pretty good. I don't know. But then again, I'll get more sales if I promote it more. But everything takes time, right? All right, then we get to Envision Dream LLC, the e-commerce. That's where I'm able to make some products, um, material products. Okay. My tumblers and my windbreakers are pretty much my big sellers. So I've been kind of focusing on those a little bit more. Um, Facebook, I have 721 followers by the end of Q2. Q1, I had 727 followers on Facebook, so I lost a few followers. It's fine with me. If you don't want to envision your own dreams, that's fine. Instagram, I had 340 followers for Q2 and 341 in Q1. So I lost a follower on Instagram. It's fine. I had 6,005 views in Q2. My website for envision-dream.com had 515 sessions and I had 2 orders. Right now, I've been focusing on the windbreakers and I added a couple of more different style windbreakers, which is great. I got the zip up, the lightweight zip up, and then I got like a standard windbreaker because the ones that I typically have they're champions. They're champions, you know what I mean? So they're very good quality, and sometimes people can't afford a champion, you know? It's a champion for a reason, right? So I had to find something that was more affordable for someone who can't afford a champion. Doesn't mean that they're not a champion, it just means they can't afford a champion. So I have to think about that as well, right? Still good quality, but the champion windbreakers that I offer, they're packable. They're typically for someone who likes to hike or travel. They're portable. So I'm going to find out. I just ordered the lightweight zip up one. So, and that one is also in the price range of the champion as well. I did 2 blogs in April, 2 product blogs on Envision Dream website. So I have to come up with whether or not I'm going to continue trying to get at least 1 product blog per week each month or 1 every other week so that it's 2 so that I keep it going. So a lot of this is just time management too as I'm learning and I'm growing. That is all I have for Q2 so far. Yes, we have already started Q3. And it's interesting because I'm looking at Q3 and how I'm able to keep up with it. And I'm just wondering if in the future, when I set a goal for myself, if I give myself some time off too, you know? But we'll see what I can finish in a week. I had the whole month of July to get one sip and think done, one full moon live done for Dear Dreamcatcher. What else? Oh, blogs. I need to get 4 blog done. Those are my minimums. I don't know if I'll be able to get those done this week. However, I believe that if I stay consistent throughout the weeks, like if I was able to get things done the first week of July and then the second week of July and then the third week of July, I wouldn't feel like I have to cram it all in the last week of July. And that's also 3 weeks of it being out there and going, you know? Um, it's okay. Sometimes things happen and we realize that we should have done it this way, but we didn't do it that way. And so now we figure, okay, well, if we can keep up with it, we'll continue doing it this way. We know that when you're consistent and you do the work, the numbers come in. We do know that, so we don't need to prove that hypothesis. Um, but I think we also need to be realistic as to like how much one person can do, and you can set a goal for yourself and say, this is what I'm going to do, but you can't get mad at yourself if it doesn't necessarily happen because things come up. We have to expect the unexpected. And I think that's the biggest lesson that I've learned from Q2 going into Q3. So thank you for joining me for my Q2 recap in 2026. And we are going to continue into Q3, which is July, August, and September. Enjoy the rest of your summer and good luck.